Curious about Middle Eastern money. I keep listening to, I don't know, I've read a few articles of Indian LPs, Indian GPs, general partners, right? Indian GPs or people in the venture funds going to Middle Eastern conferences, maybe Abu Dhabi, and those those people wanting to invest in India. Um, Thoughts on that?
Yeah, so the Middle East today it has emerged as one of the biggest pools of LP money, right? If we look in today's context, probably one of the very few places where there's still capital surplus which can be invested, or where they're looking to invest. Other pools of capital have largely dried up. But if you look at the past 10 years, in 2014 onwards, most of these Middle East economies. See, Middle East economies is very much dependent on the price of oil. So the price of oil goes up, then they have surplus capital, and then they want to invest everywhere. But 2014 onwards, they have been a little bit downswing till 2021, 2022.
I think Vision Fund, almost 40% of Vision Fund was, I think, funded by one of the sheikhs, I think, no? Or
I think it was Abu Dhabi Investment Authority,
right,
which is probably the biggest contributor to, or I think it's probably one of the Saudi funds. I'm not very sure, but one of the funds, you're right, which has put in a big chunk in the Vision Fund.
I'd seen one of the interviews with Masayoshi Son. So he was like, I got a 40-minute I got a 40-minute meeting with one of the guys, and he's like, in 1 minute I had to convince him to give me $1 billion. So he got $40 billion at the end of the 40-minute.
So out of the $100 billion, which was his fund size, 40% came from that particular LP. So yeah, so that what I'm saying is that Middle East was always a big pool of capital, but then till 2020, 2021, you had other places, like I said, China and Russia and US. Russia also was a big investor in India.
Really?
Right? Yeah. So there were 2 to 3 funds from Russia which used to invest. In fact, there's a guy called Yuri Milner who was one of the initial investors in Facebook.
He's based out of US, I think. No, I don't think he's.
Today he's based out of US,
right.
But initially he was a lot of his source of capital was from Russia.
Okay.
Right, and there was an India fund also called Sistema Fund, which is basically a telecom operator in Russia. So they had a large fund in India. Right, so there was some totally good Russian funds also in India operational, but I think for the last 2-3 years they've also stopped. It was not related to the war, but it's just that after 2020 they themselves stopped.